The smoke of World War II covered the ruins of Europe. Explosions echoed like thunder, buildings collapsed like sand, and the cold wind carried the smell of death. Yet in this darkness a woman emerged, calm, silent, and unbelievably deadly. A woman who shook the German forces without commanding an army or using any powerful weapon. She was known as the Lady Death, the sniper who eliminated 309 German soldiers in just 11 months. And the most unbelievable part, she achieved it using a trick so crazy, so unexpected, that even the German high command couldn't understand how one woman was breaking their entire front line. Her story begins in those muddy, blood-soaked trenches where wounded soldiers lay crying out for help while German troops advanced like a steel wave. In the middle of this chaos, a thin, sharp-eyed young woman crawled forward, inch by inch, calm as a frozen lake. Her eyes held no fear, only a cold determination fueled by the pain of what she had lost. She cleaned the mud off her old Mosin-Nagant sniper rifle, took a deep breath, and focused on the German lines stretched across the horizon. Nearly 800 meters away, a German officer barked orders at his men. The wind was fierce, the cold was brutal, and the mist blurred everything. But for her, this was perfect. This was her moment. This was the foundation of her crazy trick. Where most snipers waited for clear skies and stable weather, she did the opposite. She struck in fog, in snowstorms, in freezing winds, times when the Germans believed no one could see them. But that was the moment she became invisible. She wasn't just hiding. She was melting into the world around her. Her trick was simple, insane, and incredibly effective. She literally buried herself halfway into the ground. She covered her entire body with mud, her hair, her face, her clothes, until she looked like nothing more than a lump of earth. Her body matched the temperature of the dirt, fooling German thermal detection. From a distance, she was not a soldier. She was simply soil. She breathed out very slowly before every shot, releasing the air so gently that her body made no movement at all. And then crack, one shot, one officer down. One more soldier who never rose again. But her story wasn't just about killing. It was about survival. Because every time she took a shot, the Germans immediately sent their best counter-snipers to hunt her down. What followed were hours of silence, despair, and unbearable patience. A mental war where most soldiers broke down long before the bullet ever reached them. But she was different. She could lie in one position not for hours, but for an entire day, motionless, breath slow, heart steady. In moments when even the shadows moved, she didn't. She became the earth itself. One night, 3 German snipers moved toward her hiding spot. Snow fell thick, the air froze, and the ground was hard as stone. She didn't move for 13 hours as they searched closer and closer. When they were only 25 meters away, she slowly opened her eyes. Cold, sharp, ready. In less than a minute, all 3 fell. Silent kills. No sound, no trace. That night, the legend of the Lady Death began to spread like wildfire. A ghost in the mud, a shadow with a rifle. A woman impossible to find, impossible to escape. Her insane trick, burying herself and blending into the earth, worked again and again. German soldiers often panicked, firing directly into the ground when their men suddenly collapsed. But she stayed steady, patient, and deadly. Month after month, her count rose. 50, 100, 200, 250, and then the number crossed 300. In just 11 months, she achieved what entire battalions couldn't. But behind every kill was a story of courage, pain, and a fierce determination to protect her homeland. Every shot wasn't just for victory, it was for survival. For the soldiers who depended on her. For the people she had lost. For the war she refused to lose. When her final mission ended, she looked at the trenches where her journey had begun. She didn't smile. She didn't celebrate. She simply cleaned her rifle and looked up at the sky as if whispering, "I've taken everything I came to take." The world called her a legend. But she wasn't born a legend. She became one through pain, through fear, through a fire that never went out. And that is why her story still echoes through history. 309 kills, 11 months. One woman who changed the war.